Hello everyone and welcome back to Untamed Chaos. Since the last episode, I haven't really done much. I mainly just looked into a few things and repaired these tools. There's still a fair bit off Grandmaster, so it might not happen, or probably won't happen this episode, or at least even if I say I'll check back later, I'll probably forget, so these will probably not be upgrade this episode, but I do want to focus this episode around Tinker's stuff. And I also did look into the magical wood stuff, because in the other episode, I got some comments saying about how I could improve crafting magical wood, because apparently the enchantments you use affect the output of how much magical wood. So yeah, but I will need some more magical wood at some point. And yeah, and I also would like to note that a few things. The first is what's going to be happening next week of Untamed Chaos, and the second is that I'm a bit sick, or haven't been feeling my best today. So if I sound a bit weird, that will be why. Why did I come up here? I don't know. It just always seems fitting when I talk to come up here to the Botania stuff for some reason. I don't know why either. But yeah, next week though, things will be a bit different. The Monday's episode is actually going to be a recap of the first 29 episodes. It won't be like going back and highlight clips sort of thing. It'll just be me going around the base and explaining what I've done so far. So if you missed any episodes, or, you know, are new to the series, missed any episodes or such like that, or just wanted a quick recap of what's going on, well, that's what that's going to be for, because the series has been going on a fair bit now, and I just want to make sure anyone new to the series, or just make sure everyone's kind of caught up on what happened so far as I continue with the series, because like I said, episode 30 is probably going to be about midway through the series for what I'm expecting anyway. It might not be. And yeah, so that's what's going to happen for the Monday episode. Sorry, a very loud vehicle just drove by, so I decided to cut there. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening with the Monday episode. But there also will be a bit of a break from the series. I won't say why right now, because I want it to be a bit of a surprise. But pretty much my uploads will be a bit different next week because of something special I've been planning, which I really hope actually happens now that I said it in a video. So yeah, but that's what's going to be going on. And over that break, or the time where there won't be any actual Untamed episodes, just a recap and the new stuff I'm playing that's unrelated to Untamed, I would like to try and stream and actually start working on that base I've been talking about for so long, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. So, like, I actually wanted to stream the other night, but I just was feeling so ill and not my best, because, like I said, I'm a bit sick today, and last night I was feeling not that well, so I didn't stream. But yeah, I would like to try doing live streams and just work on the base mainly. I might even just do it off camera, so there might be a fair bit of off camera stuff. I am getting a bit behind on stuff too, like I need to mine obsidian for a while now because I barely have any left, which is going to affect what I can do with Tinker stuff today. But anyway, before I get into it, yeah, I do need to put this gold over here in the furnace, or the pulverizer, and well, I probably should just say now, but the one thing I really would like to make for my tools are flux capacitors, because when I open this, you'll see it in NEI, and I would like to get a redstone one, because the redstone flux capacitor, it stores 4 million RF. I really don't have the endurium to do the resonant one, but I should be able to make enough electrum. I just need to crush this stuff down, and oh, I want the dust, not the... Yeah, that's why I did that. So, actually, that's going to finish real quick. But I also did get the... Why is it 18? I could have swore I had 10 gold, which... Huh, let me just check that. Yeah, it should have been... I did put in the right amount of gold, right? And I don't remember anything about seeing the speed upgrades would lower the output chance. I don't know. Also, I heard you can, yes, one person left a comment, or the old one left a comment, that I could remove these. I think that probably just messed it up because now I don't have the, yeah, this tab. Oh, darn, it did mess it up. Well, that's for the automated outputs. This is for the redstone integration. And this one, I actually forget what this one is. I don't know. But yeah, that's for all the output stuff. So let me fix that real quick. But if I did want to, I could remove these to add the secondary ones to my main pulverizer. But I think I'd rather just have a secondary pulverizer for the extra output. So yeah, let me just fix this though. Okay, so I forgot Electrum doubled the dust you put in, but yeah, now we'll have a lot of Electrum and a bit more gold because I was almost out of that. So this should be done in no time because these are super speedy. And yeah. Oh, the gold went through. That's what happened. Okay, so I knew I had an extra gold, but it actually already went into the furnace and processed before I was able to flick the switch. This stuff is really fast. So yeah, that solves the case of the missing gold. And yeah, so like I was saying though, I do want to make the flux capacitors because these let me charge my tools using RF instead of them taking durability. And we did have that energetic infuser, so we'll do that later this episode. But also, I mentioned about the magic wood, I think. I'm not sure. Actually, I do a couple takes before this because it just wasn't going well. But yeah, if you put in higher level enchants, you get higher output. So these are those books I almost used last episode with impossible combinations, or not very useful because power and efficiency, no tool makes use of both of those, and it would apply both to the same tool. So just because I want magical wood, I think I'm going to use this up. And it's a fair bit of gold, and I might have wanted some of those enchantments, but eh. And it also does work with armor, but these aren't very good armor parts. I have some spare ones here as well, but I actually really don't want to waste them, so to speak. But if I replace this, it goes down one, because these are all basic level enchants. So I think it only matters if you have higher level enchants. I got 9 from those books, so I'm not sure exactly how the increased output works, but actually, I think I'd rather use up the gold sword. So these are some spare gold items. I don't think any had a really good... Then again, Feather Fallen's not bad. At least, I don't know. Projectile protection. That one's almost gone. So let's use that, and I'll keep these spare armors in case I want it. And I think I'm going to hold on to the gold and the extra bookshelf there, because I don't have a huge supply of that at the moment. So, and these armors go back in here. Okay. So now I can make some flux capacitors, which hopefully I can just auto-craft. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going to start with 3, because I'm not sure how many I'll need. They're not that hard to make if I do want more. And I also do have a limited supply of Invar here. So, that's tin. Okay, it's kind of weird because I think it shows the thermal ones, or whichever ones you clicked on at the time, because it cycles. So, oh, good thing I remember the recipe. So, yeah, it's kind of weird or sometimes because you might not remember what icon is which, or which little ghosted image is what ore when you have so many versions in a pack. So, yeah, and this is going to be the final one. I think for the moment, I'm just going to upgrade 2 to this tier because I want to conserve my diamonds and electrum, and I'm not sure how many I'm going to use. So once I make it, I can't unmake it, but having some spare Invar ones or harder ones isn't as bad as having or wasting the diamonds on an unneeded electrum one. So yeah, we have these now, and I will need a fair bit of steel so I can repair these tools to full, because I'd like to do that beforehand. Speaking of which, I also would like to grab some blocks of materials here. I'm grabbing way more than needed, but and I also did want to review all the modifiers I can get. So yeah, if we look in here though, materials and you, and did I ever mine quartz? I don't think I ever mined quartz, so we probably will steer away from too many sword upgrades, but that's not good. Not sure what's up with the book at the moment. I guess an update might have messed it up a bit, but the modifiers look more or less good. So we have Diamond to increase its mine level and add extra durability. Emerald, 50% more durability and a slight increase in mine level. Speed, or Redstone is speed, but it really only works on tools, but I will want more speed probably. Auto repair, it's not really useful when I have RF repair, because RF repair is a lot superior. Auto smelt is really good with fortune, but it also can be bad. I forget if I put it on this or not. I think that does have fortune though. Luck, it isn't compatible with silky, but it does stack with the auto smelt, and it also works on tools. I would like to get looting on my sword, because, well, there are some things I would like to farm, I guess you could say, like ender pearls, and looting would help with that, because I don't have many ender pearls at the moment. This would be sharpness on weapons, which is good, but I don't think I have quartz. This would be fire, which isn't bad, but I don't really have a big need for that. This is lifesteal, which is really good, but I think I'd rather save that for rapier than my basic little sword here. Silk touch, that is something I would like to get, just not right now. I think this recipe was changed too. I think it requires 8 and not 4. I'm not sure, but it was changed in one of the add-ons. This is why I would need obsidian. I don't have any at the moment, or not enough to spare, I think. But yeah, this makes the tool reinforced, so you have a chance to not use durability. But if you get reinforced 10, it does something special. I think I'm just going to leave that as a surprise for a later episode. Knockback, usually not useful. Beheading, we have that on the cleaver. I would like more when I can get it. And then we have Bane and Smite. And this is the one I was talking about, Flux. It is based on the tier. And I forget which one I enabled. Either was it taking 2 modifiers or it requiring 1/10 of the base durability. So I cannot remember which. There is also this one, which is the same thing, only with an energy cell. I think there was a way to use mechanism stuff now through Extra Tick. But yeah, I'm not sure. Or at least it's not in the book, so I'm not sure what it needs. And then we also could get additional modifiers, but those are costly, and I don't have the resources for them at the moment. But that's something we can always do later. That was a lot to say. So anyway, to start, I would like to repair my tools to full here. So that would repair that. And that would repair that. And wow, they didn't repair it. Okay. So this has 2 modifiers remaining. And we put this in. 1 modifier remaining. I can't remember if I did set it to use 2 or just require the durability thing. But I'm not sure. 1/1000th of the durability, I think it said. Let me just reference. Because I know I changed it a bit. And once again, buggy little text there. It would be funny if there... I was thinking... Yeah, let me just start that again. I was thinking it would be nice if there was a way to skip to the section. Then I realized there might be, and I'm just not knowing it. So tools must have at least 1/1000th of the battery's durability to be used. So this has 1,474, and the battery is 4 million. I don't think that's 1/1000th, or 1/1000th. I might be wrong, but I don't think it is. But either way, I can always make new tools, so I'm not that concerned about getting modifiers wrong right now, especially because this doesn't have the best random modifiers because it has a diamond on it, which was its random modifier, I believe, and 2 speed. And I already added on redstone and flux, or redstone and lapis as its additional ones. And oops, I actually didn't mean to craft it and compare, but well, we have it now. So if we take this with its new flux modifier over here to the energetic infuser and put it in here, it will charge it up with 4 million RF, and it will use this durability before the tool's base durability. So as long as I keep it recharged, it will never run out of durability. And I want to keep the 1 modifier on it so I can rename it, because I still never had a name for it, but this is my basic fortune all-around pickaxe. It's not the best, it's not the worst. Maybe it was even the diamond that allowed me to have the modifier. So yeah, and I want to sleep real quick, and then we'll head back to making more tool stuff. Okay, so I just finished sorting away some stuff and grabbing some more tools. I also grabbed this out of the energetic infuser, that's the word, and it has 4 million RF. I'm still not sure exactly how I set the modifier to work, because I don't think 4 million, or 1/10 of 4 million is the base durability of this tool, but I don't know. It's a really fast tool, and now it recharges on flux, so that's the important part. So I also have a few other tools. I have my shurikens here, which do have some modifiers now. Their best modifier, I believe, would be sharpness, and they're still a bit low level. I need to train them up more, but I can still upgrade them in one way I'll get to in a bit. We have my sword here, and I want to see if the sword can get this. Okay, so I'm not sure what's up with this modifier at the moment. It's possible it's actually broken, or at least my config setting is, because lots of mods have updated. We saw how buggy the book was. I already put it back, but we saw that was a bit buggy. But both of these seem to work. This would give it 400 or 400k, while this would give it 4 million. So that's the only difference between these two. But because I use the sword a fair bit, I think I'd rather have on flux. And actually, I want to see if that works. No, you cannot put flux on them, because I thought that would be incredibly broken. It would mean like they never go down unless you run out of RF, I guess. I'm not sure. But I see why you can't do that. And this still has a fair bit of modifiers. And like I said, it's not the best sword. It got some weird random modifiers, at least. It's not very consistent. But yeah, I would like to upgrade that. And I also would like to add on a bunch of fortune so it has luck, which is going to be... what's the word? Looting. Not fortune. Luck for looting. And it does still get 1 more modifier when it becomes Grandmaster. So, yeah. But if we look now, it has looting under its attack damage at the bottom. And as I do this, it will rise up. And because we have a fortune pickaxe, it's not that hard to acquire a fair amount of lapis to make these tools now. And, okay, so it still needs a bit more. I think, that should max it. Okay, so it has max Lapis, has Flux, Smite, Beheading, Bane, and 2 modifiers left open. And I think I would rather make those just pure damage modifiers. And this just looks really weird. But like I said, I do have a lot of quartz. I forgot I did get enough quartz. So I guess I can make the damage modifier. Hopefully I have enough anyway. Considering I have a lot of blocks, I probably do, because it's 75 quartz, I think, per modifier. Yes. So if I surround this in quartz, I can do that twice. And as you see here in its attack damage, 4 hearts. Now it would be 4.5 hearts. And also has the bonuses versus undead and everything listed too. Wow, that's a lot of damage boost. Very big tooltip anyway. So yeah, but its base attack is 8 and base attack is 9. 10. Add this around. Oops, I need to use less to finish it off, right? So there we go. Now it's 11. 5.5 from 1 modifier, which is the same as a sharpness level, I believe. Each level of sharpness is 1.5 additional damage. Every 75 quartz on this is also 1 additional damage. So they're not that OP because of sharpness. I think you can, or they're not that that bad words. Tinker's tools aren't that OP because of their sharpness modifier, but their sharpness modifier can go higher than Vanilla's because you can have more than 5. Although 5 is kind of average for Tinker's tool. So there's that. And now this is completely out of modifiers with maxed out quartz, or using all its remaining ones for quartz. And now it has not only looting 3, but plus 14 attack damage and plus 7 hearts. It was only plus 8 to start. So we got a 6 boost, or 3 boost if you look at the actual value. Attack damage is by half hearts, and the attack there is by full hearts. So yeah, that's the difference if you're wondering. So, yeah, now we have a very powerful longsword, which, I still do need to name. I think I could put it in here and name it. If not, I'll do it when I add the bonus modifier. I would be adding the bonus modifiers now, but like I said, I don't have much gold. If we look in here, yeah, I only have enough to make 2 blocks, which would only mean 2 bonus modifiers, and I just don't want to use up all my gold now. I do really want to still look into building a quarry. I know I said I was going to do that a while back. But between mod pack update stuff, it's still not all ready to do it how I wanted. So I'll be holding off on that. But yeah, we can still upgrade other things. And I actually want to... Well, first, I do have my tool belt tools here, which I would like to take off the tool belt just for ease of upgrading them. Okay, and the cleaver. And there we go. So this is upgraded to, I'm not sure what else I want to add. I could add more speed, but especially if I put on the Tinker's Glove here, I really don't need any more speed. Or I should say, I really don't need any speed, especially if I have the glove on. Better way of wording it. Right. So in here, do I have any other Tinker's tools I should be aware of? I feel like I probably do. I have these, but they're not trained yet, so they don't really have anything to change or modify until they're done training. And, let me just check over here real quick, and then we'll head back to modifying. Okay, I looked around and I didn't see any more Tinker's tools, or at least not any that I was ready to upgrade right now. And I just realized I had more quartz in my hotbar after just spending some time and organizing all my inventory here. But I did grab my cobalt and ardite because I would like to... Thought I heard something. Actually, for a second I thought it was a creeper, because it is possible for a creeper just to walk right down in here. But I guess it was the slime. Whew. But yeah, I would like to make some cobalt and Monulan. And I forget how much I need. Let's just put this in for the moment and see how much that makes and how far that gets me. But by upgrading my tools of cobalt and Monulan, they will be better. Because Monulan has very good damage and very good durability, while cobalt is pretty good durability and speed. So I can make these tools better than they were by changing out their base parts. The downside is it also changes out what they need to repair. Because instead of repairing with steel like I have been, they'll now repair with whatever their primary material is, cobalt or Monulan. So, yeah. But now that I have the RF modifier, repair is not really a big issue. And the other thing I could upgrade with quartz was this. It has 2 modifiers, and at the moment it does 3 hearts. But if I add quartz, it should do significantly more. Now, these don't get as many, because I think they do get a lower. Oh my god. Oh, I thought that was 2 to 3.5, but nope. So I think I am going to add at least enough quartz to this one for its 1 quartz modifier. So we added an extra 1. Was it 1.5? Yeah, I think it was still 1.5 to the shuriken here, just by changing it out. So yeah. But for the moment, I think I am just going to leave it with 1 quartz modifier because I would like to keep its other modifier open. And I first want to see how the upgrades work with it. So we have some Monulan and Cobalt in here now. If I come here, I can get up the parts I need. This tells me what it's made of. Steel tool rod, sword blade. Ooh, I just realized I can get a better tool rod. Let me check. Do I have more thaumium? Thaumium makes the better tool rods, and I do. So if I can get another modifier on this pretty much, because now that it's charged with RF, durability is not an issue. So having that steel tool rod there for the reinforced the other modifier doesn't really matter. So if I go into part builder, there we go. I have paper in here too. But if I put this in now and tool rod pattern, I'll get that and a thaumium thing there. And I can use that to craft if I wanted. I think I did require yeah, I did require the tool thing here, the Tinkerer table or tool forge for this. But now if you look, its base durability should drop. Actually, it didn't. That's weird. Oh, I forgot. Thaumium's the same as steel for tool rod. So no reason really not to do this. And now it has another modifier, so we can put even more damage on it. But before we put more damage on it, I want to get the new sword blade for it too, from Monulan, because Monulan is the strongest, or it's tied for the strongest material. There are a few others added through add-ons which tie with Monulan. Shiny's one, and I think the high tier Twilight Forest one in Extra Tinks also gives the same bonus as Monulan, but it's still a really good one. So if we look here, this has 7.5, and that also has 7.5 because Monulan and steel are the same, aren't they? Let me check that real quick. Longsword. Okay, so if we look here, we have a steel with +8 and a Monulan with +8. The difference, I think, might be in durability. Yeah, it does have more base durability. So it's really not that big of a difference for swords, or at least it doesn't have extra damage for a longsword. See, it's still 15 either way. But I already made the sword blade, so I think I'm just going to go with it because it does have more base durability, which isn't bad. Although flux kind of makes that not needed. Speaking of flux, I forgot this is a flux tool and I should be charging it. So it has to charge up with all 4 million RF there. But yeah, now it's not only stronger with fortune and it has better durability, but also has a better head or sword blade. But that really doesn't apparently matter for that. And I think I want to sleep real quick just so a creeper doesn't walk down like I thought almost happened. So yeah, and lots of mods need to be updated again. Mods just update so quickly. I might have the pack updated by next episode, but you know how pack updating me goes. I was saying it for like 7 episodes before it finally happened this week. So yeah. But if I come back over here, I want to see how much Monulan is used per this. Actually, it should tell me on it. 0.5. So I do need some more Monulan to finish what I want, which also means I need to put another Cobalt because that will combine to make, yeah. So if I do this now, I can get the other Monulan to upgrade my shuriken here. And I'm pretty sure the shuriken is just, we go in here, yeah, it's just that. So I need 4 of these to upgrade it properly, I believe. So if we go in here, and actually let me just search it real quick. Okay, so this is actually a bit surprising. If you look over here, the difference between Monulan and steel seems to be nothing. They both deal 3 hearts, and the only difference is really the amount of ammo it starts off with. But if I put this in, look at the max attack. It goes up a heart. So maybe it's how it stacks with quartz or something. I don't know, because this looks like they should both be the same. But either way, it does increase the max ammo pretty significantly there. So if I put this on, I thought that might be a problem. Oh, does it allow me to change it? Or is that the same? Because pretty much if you look here, it says steel and Monulan. We look on this one. Okay, so it will upgrade it. I was worried because it's all the same part. I wasn't sure if it knew how to replace the part. So now if I go to one of these sides. Okay, so we can still replace it and just have to guess guess where we put it, I guess, for what part. So now it's all Monulan. And now because it's all Monulan, it somehow got a bit more damage. Not sure how exactly. And now it has 350 ammo. So it did get a pretty notable ammo increase. The reason it's not a 300 base is because of the diamond, which increases its stack size. So now we have more of it. And it also got a bit stronger for some reason. So we got a bit better shurikens. And there are a lot of other tools to make, and not a lot of other... we're running low on time already, that's what I was trying to say. So we have one Monulan left in there, and the next thing I want is Cobalt. Because Cobalt... actually, let's see if I can search it real quick. Okay, so I just searched up the pickaxe heads, and if you look here, Monulan is a speed 9 with 1200 durability and mine level Monulan. Cobalt, on the other hand, is a speed 14, less durability, but a lot faster. So if I put this on, its mine speed is 40, now it's 44, and it does get a bit more durability than Steelhead. I don't really care about the extra durability because this is already running on Flux, so now it's a Cobalt pickaxe. And that is also why I didn't like nicknames that revolved around steel, because I knew these tools would no longer be steel after a while. So now this has paper binding, thaumium rod, cobalt head, while this has Monulan blade, thaumic rod, and paper guard. So these are pretty much the best tools I can make. Like I said, there are some other ones like Shiny here, which might be... Actually, Shiny has the same mining speed as Cobalt. Wow, that would make a great pickaxe head. I'm not sure what Dense does, but I know what Reinforced does, so... I don't know, I might have to look into that. And yeah, there are some other materials. That's another one I was going to mention. Actually, let's look into that now. Because I have this magical wood here. And if I put a pickaxe head in here, I can make a magical wood pickaxe head. And if I have tool rod... Oh, and I get spare magic wood back. So I didn't need that many magic wood anyway. Whoops. But now I can make that. And... now I'm completely out of inventory space. Great. Let me put away these patterns so I have a bit more space because wasn't really... or I don't think I need them anymore for what I'm doing. But okay, so I did get them all, and there's my thaumium. So the thing about magic wood is if I want to make a pickaxe, let's say, and I put magic wood in here. Actually, I think I could better illustrate through here. So I have this one pickaxe that is really good. Pure redstone. Grandmaster tier. The best possible pickaxe it can be. So if I swap out this... Wait, can I... Oh, I need to have it full durability. I was like, wait, can I not swap it out? No. Okay. So I swap this out. It just loses durability. And... wait, it lost the modifier? That's weird. I didn't think I'd actually lose modifiers. If I swap this out, it should... Huh. Maybe this won't work. I think I'd actually feel a bit safer making a new pickaxe because I can always swap it out later. But pretty much here's how it works. Magic wood has one modifier per part, kind of like paper. But if you have a full magic wood tool, it gets 9, which is an insane amount of base modifiers. Okay, so to better illustrate what I mean about the magical wood, I have some stone parts I made just real quick. So I put this in, it drops down to 3. Drop this in, it drops down to 2, and a 1, because they only start with 1. So if I add any part, it just acts just like paper wood and adds 1 more modifier. So it doesn't really matter which ones I have, unless I have all of them, which means it adds a bonus 5. So I'm not sure why it was dropping down on this pick here, because it should count the same as... paper, and guess I can just throw these in there. Yeah, it should count the same as paper, so this has 1 paper part, so if I put this in here, it shouldn't drop down to 5. So I feel a bit iffy about modifying this tool because it could mess up its modifiers and give it less. Oh, it's because it's leveled, isn't it? Does doing this change its level? No, it does not. It's still Grandmaster, but it just gets less modifiers for some reason. And, you know, if I did this, its mining speed drastically falls too. So, because I don't want to mess up this tool, I'm just going to leave it as is for now. And I might have to play around on test worlds, but pretty much the goal with having a magical wood tool is I can easily get it to 10 modifiers by using the diamond and gold block, because it starts out with 9. And then I can use obsidian, and like I was saying, the reinforced, when it stacks to 10, it does something special. It makes a tool unbreakable. I did it before in another series, so yeah, I can make an unbreakable pickaxe. The problem is, wood isn't very good. It only can mine up to iron, but by putting a diamond on that, I can increase its mining level. And through the random modifiers, I can give it speed with redstone, or it can get speed with redstone, I should say. So once I get another good pickaxe, or one like this anyway, I can try swapping it out, or I could just build this, get it unbreakable, and just leave it down there, and it will never breaks because it's unbreakable, and it'll just level up and hopefully get good modifiers. So yeah, but I don't have enough obsidian to do unbreakable at the moment, I believe. If you look in here, I only have 17. And if we run back over here and look in this, you need plates, and they require 8 each. I'm not sure if it requires 8 obsidian. It might actually be 4 each or something, because an obsidian block might be more than 1 material cost. I forget. But yeah, that is something I want to work on. I can't modify this anymore. I want to hold off on this and the magic wood. And then that leaves my other good tools here with moss and... right, that's emerald, not redstone. I messed it up last episode too. But yeah, on my end, this episode's getting pretty long, and you see why I was saving Tinkers for its own episode now. And no, that is not done. Huh. I want to leave a bit more steel here too, just because the 2x2 crafting still doesn't seem to be working that I know of. So, yep, it didn't magically get better overnight. So, yeah. And we craft that twice, and yeah, that should be enough to get it Grandmaster, although I don't really like it with Emerald. But this one is already perfect. I just need it to be done. So I think I might wait on upgrading the other tools here, because the main ones I want to upgrade were these, and I did. So, wait, oh, I didn't use the other modifier here. So I can still add the quartz on this, which is amazing, because we want as much damage as possible, because, well, you see my struggles in the nether and similar things. So you know that the stuff can be pretty tough, and also even in Twilight Forest, although I guess that's a bit more of armor than weaponry. But now look at this. It's plus 18 damage, 9 hearts, which is insane, because it has 3 quartz modifiers. So it is maxed out on the possible modifiers it can get without... Well, it will get 1 more when it's Grandmaster, and besides that, I need to use the upgradable modifiers like the diamond and gold block. So, yeah. But let me just review real quick. The hammer was another one I did want to upgrade. I would like to upgrade the hammer to run off RF too. So I think I might want to do that real quick, because the hammer is really good for mining, and I do need to do more mining. So let me just quickly get another flux capacitor and get stuff ready for the hammer. Okay, so I made another flux capacitor here, and if I put this on the hammer, it will upgrade it with flux, so now I can charge this up instead of using its durability, which will hopefully be a lot better for mining. It does only have 1 modifier left, but it's also only in a depth tier. I forget if the redstone on it was upgraded or random. It did have 2 modifiers, so 1 might have been upgraded. I'm not sure. We'll have to level up more and see. But now at least it's going to run off RF, which means I don't have to keep repairing it, or at least I can repair it with power. And because of my setup, power is actually free, you know, with the solar power and all. I still do want to set up better power generators and alternate ones just for fun. But yeah, and I'm also not sure what to even use for these 4 open modifiers, because the modifiers on it were all from the random ones when it leveled up. So yeah, and sorry my voice is sounding a bit weird, throat's getting a bit dry, but yeah, so it has 4 modifiers and I have no idea what to put on it. It doesn't really need redstone or flux because it has the moss, so having both would be a waste, but I'm not sure if it really needs a ton more redstone even, and axes don't benefit from like fortune or the other ones, so I'm not sure what I want on it. Same for this. I want to hold off because I might want to put speed, I might want to put luck or fortune. I don't know what else I want on that. So I think I'm just going to end the episode here. This one can't modify. And I want to wait to get the new shovel to go with the axe here. And, oh, the hammer. I can also upgrade it with cobalt. The problem is that's going to require a lot of cobalt. I only have 1 of each left. But yeah, I could give it Actually, I'm not sure how it works for hammers, because hammers are a bit weird compared to normal pickaxe, because all these affect mining level. So I need cobalt, 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 and paper. And that would make it the best hammer could be with one more modifier. But I don't really want to do that right now. So yeah, I think I am going to end this episode here. So let me just swap back to this hotbar. But yeah, we finally had that Tinkers episode I talked about. You see why it was put off so long, because Tinkers is just such a big thing, or it just takes so long modifying the tools, and I want to do them on camera. I still do need to name the tools, I know. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I also will remind you that there won't be normal Untamed Chaos episodes next week, but there will be that recap. So if you're already familiar with the series, you really don't need to watch that. If you do want to just like a quick catch up on the things I did so far with all the mods and whatnot, I suggest you watch that. I still need to record that, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but hopefully it's going to be nice. And yeah, I still do need suggestions on tool names, and as I said earlier, there will be a bit of changes in the schedule next week for a special thing I've been planning, so you'll just have to wait and see what those are. And I feel like I'm rambling now, in this episode probably went on a bit too long because recording's 45 minutes and I usually stop before 40 with these because I've been trying to keep them shorter. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and until next time, goodbye.